Hi, it's Sharon Bill here. We're continuing to look at various major, minor, harmonic minor, natural minor forms, and today I want to look at modal scales. These are scales that predate the major and minor system that we've used harmonically in our current musical climate. In fact, I remember studying, well, that's perhaps an overstatement. I remember being taught the modal scale system when I was studying for my A-levels, and I remember sitting there and thinking, why on earth should I bother with medieval music? This was the musical structure of the 1200s and so on, where the Gregorian plain chant was kind of the music of the day, and I just thought, what on earth has that got to do with us today? How wrong was I? The greater part of jazz improvisation relies upon these modes. It forms the basic for rock guitar riffs and lead guitar solos. They're so important to so much of the music that we listen to today. Who knew that rock guitar and Gregorian plain chant had the same scale system in common? There are 7 different modes, and they're all made up of a variety of tones and semitones in different combinations. If you're not sure about what a tone or a semitone is, just pop back and look at the tones and semitones tutorial that I've done. Keep liking and subscribing so you know you're not going to miss out on all these things that we're going to keep referring back to and talking about. Everything in music always interweaves and always connects back into each other. There's so much in common and overlapping that we have to learn. It's so interesting getting behind the nuts and bolts of what's going on in the music that we listen to. There are 7 different modes. If I just rattle off the names, they are the Ionian mode, the Dorian mode, the Phrygian mode, the Lydian mode, the Mixolydian mode, the Aolian mode, and the Locrian mode. And each one of those is slightly different. However, there's a really simple way of figuring out how to remember the combinations of notes that make each of these scales. It so happens that the Ionian mode follows the white notes pattern from C to C. The Dorian mode follows the pattern of white notes from D to D. The Phrygian mode follows the pattern of white notes from E to E. The Lydian mode follows the pattern of white notes from F to F. The Mixolydian mode follows the white notes patterning up from G to G. The Aolian mode follows the pattern of white notes from A to A. And the Locrian mode follows the pattern of notes from B to B. So as you step up the scale, that will give you the clue as to which mode you're playing. There's a short way of remembering that pattern of notes. If you take the first note from each of the modes, so you've got I, D, P, L, M, A, L, and make up a little sentence. This isn't necessarily a true sentence, but you could remember, I don't particularly like modes a lot. And that way you can remember which pattern belongs to which note. Let's look at it in a little bit more detail. So the Ionian mode is from C to C, and it's the pattern of tone, tone, semitone, tone, 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 semitone, which is actually the pattern that we use for the major scale system as well. And so, tone, tone, semitone, tone, 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 semitone. That's the Ionian mode from C to C. The Dorian mode follows the pattern tone, semitone, tone, 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 semitone, tone. And that just so happens to coincide with going from D to D on the white notes, as you'll see. So we've got tone, semitone. Now we want 3 tones, semitone, and finishing on a tone. If I just play that for you in sequence. It sounds a little strange to our Western tuning now. We don't seem to use that too much in the classical tradition. However, it does form good material for improvisation. So moving on to the Phrygian mode, the pattern of semitones and tones is as follows. It's semitone, tone, 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 semitone, tone, tone. And if we follow that through, it works from E to E on the white notes. So we've got semitone. Now we want 3 tones. Now we want semitone. And now we want 2 tones to finish. I'll just play that one through. Carrying on with the progression. The Lydian mode is from F to F. So let's start on F. We want tone, 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 semitone, tone, tone, semitone. Here goes. So we want tone, 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 semitone, right next door note. Now we want 2 tones, tone, semitone, and that's the Lydian mode. The next one is the Mixolydian mode, and the progression of notes for that, tones and semitones, is tone, tone, semitone, tone, tone, semitone, tone. And so if we start on G and keep to the white notes, that should work out. So here we go, G, we want tone, tone, semitone, tone, tone, semitone, and then tone to finish. Nearly there. The Aolian mode is a pattern of tone, semitone, tone, tone, semitone, tone, tone. And so if we begin on A and work our way up to the octave A, that should work out. We want tone, semitone. Now we want 2 tones. Now a semitone. Now we want a tone, and to finish we want a tone. The last one in the series is the Locrian mode, and if we go from B to B, we get a series of semitone, tone, tone, semitone, tone, tone, tone. So here it goes. Here's your B, and we want a semitone, tone, tone, semitone to finish, tone, tone, and tone to finish. It's easiest to demonstrate by using those patterns on the white keys, but of course you don't always have to start on a white key. The Locrian mode can be transplanted to any part of the piano keyboard or any instrument that you like, and we just need to follow that series of semitones and tones, but relating it to the black and white keys as the intervals dictate. So let's begin the Locrian mode, but let's start on a random note. Let's go on a G. We're starting on G, semitone, tone, tone, semitone, tone, tone, tone to finish. And phew, we finished on G, so we know we've done it right. And that's the Locrian mode transplanted to starting on note G. And you can do that with any one of those modal scales. They're really, really helpful. They're so such a great resource to fall back on in all sorts of improvisation skills. Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe. Share it with your friends. Lots for us to learn. I'm looking forward to sharing more with you. Thanks for watching. See you again next time. Bye.